Hey guys, this is my contest entry video for Todd Walnuts. He's holding a Just Because contest, and his contests are always awesome. I'm going to put a link to his channel in the description box. He's got some great prizes for this one. I think there's going to be 3 winners, and of course this is going to be a last man standing contest. So I guess I'm going to get into his 2 questions, and I just love these questions because these are questions that I think about all the time. So I'm going to get into the first question, and the first question is your favorite movie from the year of your birth. And for me, it's kind of hard. I was born in 1969, and there wasn't too many films that I really liked from that year or even owned from that year. I was always jealous of my cousin because he was born in 1968, and that was the year that Night of the Living Dead came out. So I was always jealous because he had that movie for his year. I have another film here. This one's from Lucio Fulci, and it's called Perversion Story. This one has another title, and that one goes by the name One on Top of the Other. I picked this one up a few years back. I was really surprised by this film. This film is much different from the other Lucio Fulci films that I've seen. This one is actually a little bit ahead of its time, too. It's like one of those sexploitation thriller type stories about a husband who cheats on his wife and then she tries to get back at him. I won't get too much into the plot of this one. This one has a twist in it. But this is a really cool movie, and it's a little bit sleazy as well. I really like this one a lot. This is a really cool one too. It's got the soundtrack that goes with the DVD. So this one came out in 1969. And that's Perversion Story from Lucio Fulci. All right, now the next question is favorite film that was made in your area. And I'm a person of basically 2 countries and 2 cities. I live in Canada, but I was born in the States, and I was born in Detroit, and I live in Windsor. So originally I was going to go with Batman v Superman because at the very beginning of that film, Ben Affleck drives around the streets where I walked for a long time, almost every day. And in fact, one of the shots when he gets out of the car is actually my old office from where I used to work over on Fort Street, and it makes it look like they're destroying the downtown of Detroit on Fort Street anyways. So it was Fort Street, or Detroit stood in for Metropolis and Batman v Superman. But I'm gonna go with another film. It's a horror film, and It Follows. This is probably one of my favorite horror movies of this decade, if not #1. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out these last few years as we roll into the end of the 2010s or whatever. I know Horror Fan Man Grant has a ton of copies of this. I have 3 copies. This is the original release from the States, and this is the Canadian release, which actually comes with the digital soundtrack. And then I have the Steelbook re-release for this one. The artwork is a bit different on each one. There isn't too much in the way of landmarks in It Follows. However, there is one towards the end of the movie where they go to this pool. Now, the real pool is off Jefferson Street, and it's actually, it's not really a pool, the building, but it's actually, I think it's a water treatment plant. But I remember driving past that all the time, all the way to Mom's house. I remember seeing that building, so I was really stoked to see that building like heading towards the climax of It Follows. So it was kind of cool. Like, I am thinking at some point of getting like another release of this from another region. I generally don't like to buy the same movie over and over again. I just did this one because I just kind of like this one a lot. So that's it. I know it's supposed to go 5 minutes, so I guess I'll just keep talking. So I still haven't opened this one up yet for some reason. I don't know if I'm going to bother to open it, or I might just keep it sealed. I do need to open this one up and get the soundtrack out and maybe play this one. This has like Carpenter-esque soundtrack to it on this one. And I don't know, I really enjoyed this one as well. I think this one originally came in a set with 2 other movies, one of them being The Psychic. I can't remember the 3rd one for that. But I will put a link to his channel. Make sure you subscribe to Todd Walnuts and get in on this one. He has like really great prizes for his contests. And looking forward to it. I just like to enjoy doing them. Even if I don't even win, I don't really care. It's always fun to support Todd. And I know he's in Illinois. I have some family up there too. I used to always I have family in the Chicago area and in Milwaukee. So guess that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you all next time.